What's up, guys? This is Drake News here, comes here from our Pokemon Go news. So yes, the Silph Team has announced the next cup for June. So it's going to be the Sorcerous Cup. Okay, so it's going to be running from June 1st to the 30th. And holy cow, a lot of info just came out, and this actually looks pretty cool. I love the design of this badge, so props to the Silph guys for like making all the different badges. The only thing I wish is that if they put a little bit more on the previous badges on the market for sale, I would put money in for that, because all my guys, especially for the KD guys, appreciate everyone for attending the tournament, even though, and also to our neighbors from McAllen, Mexico, and San Antonio, and A-Leaf, Cyprus, everyone for coming in to join in. So that's pretty cool. So a couple of informations. So you guys, in case you want to refer back to this, you can always go to Silph GG, and basically it's one of the first thing you're going to see for the Sorcerous Cup. Alright, some info that's in. Basically the same thing, but here are the typings. You can only use Ice, Poison, Fairy, Psychic, and Normal types. Okay, but you can only use Pokemon with 5,000 Stardust or less. So no 75,000, no 100,000. So I can't use my 100% Chansey, sadly. Alrighty. A couple bands: Dewgong, Alolan Raichu, and Shadow Pokémon. So that's pretty nice, because Shadow Pokémon hits hard. So a couple things that we can see that is okay: Ice type, Poison, Fairy, Psychic, Normal types. So that's going to be pretty nice. Pretty interesting that they put Poison and Fairy in, even though Poison has the advantage over Fairy, so that's going to be a little interesting on that. Alrighty, and if you guys go over to PV Poke, we already got a list that has already been generated, so a couple of Pokemon. So this is going to be overall Alolan Muck. Okay, so the only way you're going to get this is that you have to have a Alolan Grimer and trade with your friend. Okay, and that's the only way you're going to be able to get it. So if you can, try to get a little Muck or Grimer with at least high HP and defense. Okay, if you can. Okay, so I'll be doing some trades for that. Top Pokemon, Noctowl. You see Noctowl in the previous cup from the Jungle Cup, so that's going to be pretty good to see it coming back. Okay, Munchlax. Ooh, can't wait to use that. We got Toxicroak coming back, and Skuntank, and Azumarill. Okay, Licky. I always tell people, I've been telling people during the Lickitung Research Day to get it, and I hope you guys got it. A little skeptical on Earthquake, but I might give it a try just to see. Okay, Frostlass, Lickitung, Hypno. Alrighty, and my honorable mentions. We got Alolan Raichu. Not Alolan Raichu, Alolan Eradicate. Okay. So what I try to tell people to do is each of these categories on the tabs for lead, closers, switches, chargers, I try to tell people to have at least one of each or three of each to invest on. So Tentacruel with Poison Jab, Acid Spray, and Hydro Pump, Frostlass, and Beedrill. Now, just so you guys know, Beedrill is going to have has a higher percentage to get its own community day with Drill Run. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how it turns. I have my rank 2 Haunter ready to go just in case, so I might be playing around with that. Okay, so Tentacruel closers. We got Tentacruel, Azumarill. I do like Azumarill, but here's a problem. Because there is poison types in it, your Azumarill is going to go down. So play with at risk on that. And of course, take a look. Licky, and Noctowl. So I'm pretty happy on that one. Okay, switches. These are basically switch in case you lose the lead. So a little Muck. That's a nice. Golbat. I have a rank 1 that I'm going to be using, but the problem is it's a purified 1. So I'm going to be trying to play around that. Skuntank is going to be nice. Okay. Chargers. These are going to be having fast energy generations. So we got Toxicroak, we got Tentacruel, Frostlass, so that's going to be nice. I can see Toxicroak and a little Muck in there. Attackers, this is going to be pretty fun. We got Wobbuffet in, but the problem is I see Wobbuffet is that we have a huge amount of dark types and / dual poison types in this. So we got Little Muck and all of them with Snarl, so that's going to be pretty interesting. Medichamp's going to be nice. Hypno, I do like Hypno with the confusion because we got a problem to type into poisons, so that's going to be pretty interesting to play with. Okay. And lastly, we got the consistent Pokemon Granbull. So if you guys did take advantage of your Granbull research day, that's going to be one of the big reasons why you want to play it. Alrighty guys, so here's my first rough draft. I'm going to be going with my rank 1 Noctowl, my Hypno, Tentacruel, which that's pretty nice, but I'm going to need to find something a little bit better, try to help that out, so I'm going to be doing some trades. Alolan Muck, same thing, gotta try to find a Alolan Grimer, try to make it smaller. Frostlass, been with it for a while, and Toxicroak. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good team to play with. Alright, going to the battle, we got my good friend and Derek. So I decided for this one to try to play Frostlass as a lead, try to see how it goes. And he actually goes off with his Azumarill. So this actually show you how powerful Frostlass is. I would bait the Avalanche, but I decided let's go with the Shadow Ball, try to see how I can get more damage out of it. Try to take advantage of that. And this one's where I was thinking like, okay, I know it's a play rough, because I know that he likes play rough and Ice Beam. So I decided let's take it, see how we go, and it actually hits harder than I thought. So from here I was like, you know what? Let's kamikaze it, try to see if we can try to get one more damage or not. Yeah, he used the shield, so that's perfectly fine. That's the main goal. And from here, this is what I was thinking. Like, okay, I know it has an Ice Beam, so Noctowl's not a good choice. So we went with the Hypno. All right, Hypno comes in, fully shielded. I know it's going to be a play rough, so go in. For this Hypno, I gave it Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball. I wish I had the Psy Shock, but that's a legacy, so I'm going to have to try to get Elite Team for that. So I was like, okay, let's just go with this. Take one play rough because I like to try to save the shields for the end game if possible. And Thunder Punch goes in, it finishes off that Azumarill. And he goes in with the Noctowl. So this is why it's like, okay, I do know there's a lot of water types in a lot of good water types in this cup because of the poisons, like Tentacruel. So that's why I was like, okay, maybe I should probably put in like the ice type move in. So this is where he comes in with Noctowl. This is going to be a Sky Attack. I decided to keep it alive because I know I can get one more shield, either a shield or another attack off, but something was going on. So here you go, this is where the Thunder Punch goes in. Okay, he blocks, that's perfect fine. The confusion hits hard, so this is why if you really want to, go with Hypno, because poison types are one of the main types for this cup. So yeah, so that's why I was like, okay, this is where my rank 1 Hypno goes in. It does its job really nice. So I was like, okay. Yeah, he does a really good switch. Does not want to sacrifice that Noctowl. And you'll see why in a bit. Yeah, I should have counted from here. Now this is where I actually made a dumb mistake because I underestimated the damage between here. So you'll see in a bit. Fast spray, good call. Decreases my defense. Now this is where I went with the Nightshade. Now you'll see why this is actually a mistake. Because Nightshade doesn't really do as much damage. I should have tried to go with the Sky Attack. And from here is where I was like, okay, I'm going to farm him down. But I decided, like, you know what, let's try to get him out of the way because I was afraid it was going to be a Hydro Pump. bad call, because from here, this is where Noctowl comes in. He already has enough for that Sky attack. And there it goes to finish him off at game 1. Okay. Now for game 2, this is where I decided, like, okay, I gotta switch up my team a little bit. I just want to play around. So from here, this is the one where I went with a Tentacruel. I really want to give Noctowl another chance, so that's where I went with it, and I actually went in with a Alolan Muck. Okay. Now the reason why I like a Alolan Muck in this one is because it has Snarl, so that's why I'm running it. But a lot of people right now are saying that you're going to be going with the Alolan Grimer because it has Poison Jab and it has higher HP at level 40, so that's going to be pretty cool. And going with Mr. Derek again. Alright. Tentacruel has the advantage because this one has Poison Jab versus Alolan Ninetales, and that charm doesn't really do much. So he switches, good call. But this is where I was like, okay, I at least want to get the Acid Spray in, so let's go with the Acid Spray, decrease the damage. Okay, that is fine, goes in, knocks it out. And this is where I decided to switch. Okay, I went with the Alolan Muck. Now, this is where I underestimated. He got me good, so I was thinking like, okay, it's going to be another Acid Spray. So let it go. No, it was Hydro Pump. And that Hydro Pump hit harder than I thought. So I was like, okay, he knows I got an Acid Spray, and I might as well go with my Dark Pulse. And that Dark Pulse does its job. That's what I liked about it. Okay, from here, just where he's got to decide. He decides to go with that Alolan Ninetales. Good call. And this is where I went back with my Tentacruel. Both players still have their 2 shields. Okay, going with that Acid Spray. Now this is where I'm like, okay, I could probably go with the Sludge Wave with Tentacruel next time. So I was like, okay, good switch on his call. From here I'm like, okay, I at least want to get his defense down if possible. So I brought his defense down, then switched, going for Noctowl. And this is actually where I made a bad call. Yeah, he does a really good job on this one, because Noctowl doesn't really do well against the Alolan Muck. This is where both of us start using our shields. So Sky Attack goes in. Okay. And this is where I was like, okay, should I take it or not? Decided to use a shield, and I completely forgot that he still has that Ninetales. And this is where we both lagged a little bit, but knowing that we're both still tapping away. So this is where I go in. I was trying to get my Sky Attack going, but that was too late. Yeah, that's where his Ninetales, his second Side Shot comes in. I'll try to see if I can farm it down a little bit. Okay. Tentacruel goes in to finish it off. Okay. Not really much left. Alright. Dark Pulse goes in. Okay, he finishes off my Tentacruel. And this is where my Noctowl goes in with the Sky Attack. And of course he uses his shield. And I was thinking like, okay, I could get my one more Sky Attack off. But this is where he comes back at me with that Dark Pulse. Good job, dude. Good job. Oh no, Sludge Wave. Okay. Yeah, that's where he got me on that. So for this one, this is where I was thinking like, okay, you know what? Going to kamikaze it. Go with everything I got and play with some things I haven't used. So this is where I went with a lead of Toxicroak. See how it goes. And then from here, this is where I was still deciding a little bit. So I was like, okay. He knows I'd like to use Noctowl. Let's switch Noctowl up. So I went with the Hypno. And at the end, And then at the end with a Tentacruel. Okay. Tentacruel's actually pretty good. The one I got's not that good. So we can try to find a better one. Leading off with a Toxicroak versus Laloon. Perfect. I was like, holy cow, okay, I'm gonna at least get something out of this. Alright, and that counter just goes at him. He goes in with a Skuntank, and I was like, okay, that's fine. With my Mud Bomb. Huge damage in. Alright, and just keep chunking away at him. Just keep going. Yeah, this is where I was like, okay, it's going to be a Flamethrower or a Crunch. That's fine. I can use a Shield. I don't mind. Because I like to try to keep Toxicroak in as much as I can for that Laloon. Okay, and I see that he put it's in Azumarill. So I was like, okay, I can fake him out. Make him think that I have a Sludge Bomb ready. Going in with a Mud Bomb to waste a Shield. At least want to farm up just a little bit. And there's where I go with my Sludge Bomb. And that did a lot of damage. And I was like, okay, pretty happy on that. Switch. Because I knew he was going to go into Play Rough from here. And Hypno's perfect for it. And that Confusion just hits hard. Alright, so I know that he has his Laloon. It's already back. And this is where I go with my Thunder Punch. I wasn't really going to try for Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball has no meaning for it against a Laloon. And Thunder Punch, try to see if I can just finish him off. Use the shield just perfect, that's fine. I still have that one shield advantage, so I decided to keep it at that. Grass Knot. This is why I'm like, okay, I'm going to reconsider try to play with Laloon, see how it goes, because Laloon actually knows a grass type move, so that's going to be pretty nice. And this is where I don't even really need a Sludge Bomb, I just go Mud Bomb for game, and that's it. Just perfect. And that is it. So yeah, I hope you guys got a chance to learn from my mistakes. I know a lot of you guys probably have a bunch of ideas. Just so you guys know, this is like the first couple days since Sorcerous Cup been announced, so a lot of people are trying to get their ideas out. Alright, be sure to take advantage of PB Poke and Silph Road for more information. Special shout out for Derek for spending some time to help me make the team and practice with it, so that was perfect. Alrighty guys, be sure to post in the comments on what your team strategy is going to be. And this is Drake Neos signing out. Take care, y'all.